OIC Contact Group on Jammu and Kashmir has adopted a joint communiqué reiterating the call on international community to hold India accountable for the heinous crimes being committed in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The group, in its meeting held on the sidelines of the 48th session of OIC Council of Foreign Ministers in Islamabad, took stock of gross and widespread human rights violations in the occupied territory. The OIC Secretary General Hussein Brahim Taha chaired the meeting with the participation of foreign ministers and high-level dignitaries of Azerbaijan, Niger, Saudi Arabia, Turkey and Pakistan. The communiqué, while reaffirming support for the legitimate struggle of the Kashmiri people for realization of their inalienable right to self-determination, called upon India to reverse all illegal and unilateral measures taken in the occupied territory on or after 5th August 2019. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's participation in the OIC's Council of Foreign Ministers meet in Islamabad and his comments regarding occupied Jammu and Kashmir have unnerved India to the extent that its Ministry of External Affairs issued a strong anti-Beijing statement. India's External Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi termed Wang Yi's remark on Kashmir as an uncalled reference. Senior APHC leader Naeem Ahmed Khan has called upon the global community to hold India accountable for extrajudicial killings and blatant violation of international laws in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Naeem Ahmed Khan, in a message from New Delhi's notorious Tihar jail, said the Kashmiris' struggle for realization of their political aspirations can never be crushed through killings, illegal detentions, and rape and molestation of women under the garb of cordon and search operations by Indian troops in occupied territory. Meanwhile, at least 6 Indian Armed Forces personnel and a civilian were injured in a grenade blast at Renawari in Srinagar. A senior police officer said unknown men lobbed a grenade on an Indian Forces post in the area. The injured were shifted to nearby hospital for treatment. Indian troops cordoned off the locality and conducted house-to-house searches. PDP President Mehbooba Mufti, talking to reporters on the sidelines of her party convention in Jammu, criticized the BJP for exploiting the so-called exodus of Pandits for political mileage. She asked the Modi regime to set up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to probe not only the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits from the Kashmir Valley, but also the Gujarat and Delhi rioters. Meanwhile, going one step further in hate against Kashmiris, Delhi police have directed the hotels not to give any reservation to the people from occupied territory, even having identity cards and passports. On the other hand, a group of 28 senior journalists from all over India, through a collective appeal to the President of India, Chief Justice and other judges in Indian Supreme Court and High Courts and the Election Commission to play their due role vis-a-vis open calls for attacks on Indian Muslims and other minorities. The media persons referred to genocide calls by Hindu fanatics and said a dangerous hysteria is being built up countrywide to push the idea that Indian Muslims are a threat to Hindus and to India itself.